Hello everyone, how are we all? It's a really horrible, grey, rainy day today, but to brighten your day, if it's grey and rainy where you are, I have a nice little boot sale haul here for you. So grab yourself a tea or a coffee or whatever you drink and I'll show you what I've got. So it's very rare that we go to a boot sale these days. Most weekends we're going out to jumble trails, but we decided for a change that we would go to a boot sale, and I did manage to find a few things. It's not a huge haul, but I found a couple of things that I'm really excited about. One I took an educated guess on and just went for. The other one I had absolutely no idea about and it was a complete guess, but it was the right price, so went for it. So I'm going to start with something that I bought to keep, and it's this glass jug. It looks very vintage, it isn't vintage at all. It's by Serena and you can buy these new quite cheaply, but it was 50p and I really liked it. I was drawn to it and I thought that would be a really nice thing to serve juice from or to make up some squash and keep it in the fridge. So yeah, that's a keeper for us. The next thing I found is the good old Pretty Ugly mug. So if you've seen any of my other videos, then you'll see that I've picked up a few of these in the past and I always pick them up when I see them. I really love them. This is what the stamp looks like. So it's made by Pretty Ugly Pottery and it's made in Wales, and they each have a unique individual handmade face. So every single mug is completely different, which makes them very collectible. And generally I sell them for around £15. Sometimes I take offers on them. I've got one listed currently, which was in last week's haul, and this one's going to join it very soon. They're so expressive, yeah, I just love them. And then I found this Blue Mountain fish. I've got some other pieces of Blue Mountain that need to be listed, which I've just been holding on to for a while. I've been trying to decide whether I'm going to bundle them or whether I'm going to list them individually. Mainly because although I love Blue Mountain pottery, it's really beautiful and I know that there are many collectors of it. It's not high value stuff, and some of it's quite common. But the fish is a piece that isn't particularly common. So I thought I'd take a chance on him. And on his own he should fetch about £15 to £20 because he's not one of the most common pieces. So he'll definitely get listed individually. And I've just got to make decisions on what I'm going to do with the rest of it. But yeah, I do like picking up Blue Mountain pottery, even though it's not big money. They're just such lovely designs and I love the colours in them. So at the right price, I'll always pick it up. I think this might have been £1 or £2. Can't really remember now. What I do remember is that when I bought it, the lady said to me that it was her mother's, and I think her mother's passed away, so she said, you know, treasure it and think of my mum whenever you look at it. So although I won't be keeping it, it will certainly be treasured by somebody who's going to be looking for this exact piece. And that's really part of what I love about reselling, is knowing that I can match somebody up with something that they've been looking for, something that they're going to really love and really treasure, and I feel very sure that this is going to somebody who's going to absolutely love it. So this is something different. It's a double-handled stoneware studio pottery mug, and the marks on the bottom show Gore Hotel. So this is obviously a design that was made for this particular hotel. I've seen a couple of these going online, and again I should get about £15 to £20. Sadly though, it does have a couple of little chips to the base, which is quite common with studio pottery, unfortunately, because over the years they do get bashed around a little bit as they're being used. But it's not a deal breaker and it's nothing terrible. The handles are still sturdy, there's no chips to the rim, there are no cracks as far as I can see. So I thought it was worth taking a chance on. It's so unusual. I'd never seen anything like that before. It's made by Aylesford Pottery. So I can only imagine they must have been commissioned by this hotel to make these mugs. Perhaps they made other things for them like plates, bowls, etc, etc. I don't know, I haven't actually seen any of those as I've been researching. It might have just been the mugs, but just so cool, isn't it? If you love a stoneware mug, this is definitely something different. And then I picked up the good old Royal Worcester egg coddler. I've only got one this time and it's just a single one, and it's the blackberry design. On their own, they don't fetch a lot, to be honest. I'm going to try 10 with offers, but I imagine eventually it'll sell for less than 10. It's better if you have 2 or more of the single ones, to be honest. But I will try it on its own. If it doesn't sell, I do have a pair that have a bird design on them and they haven't sold yet. So I'll watch it and see what happens, and then I might just bundle them together. If ever you see the bigger ones of these though, they're the ones that are definitely worth going for. I've had one in the past that held 4 eggs and that went for about 40 something pounds, I think, in the end. So those are the ones worth looking out for. But as I say, you can bundle these together and they do sell, but singularly I might struggle. This is something really nice. It's Pico ware and it is in beautiful condition. It's the 6-cup teapot. See on the bottom it's the T6. And it's quite rare these days to find the wood and the stainless steel in this condition. Most of the time the varnish is all worn off and just in need of some attention, but this is in beautiful condition. And quite often the stainless steel has gone very, very dull on these, but as I say, it's still looking very shiny and lovely. It does have some tea stains inside, which you would expect, but I do have some cup cleaner, so I'm going to try that on it. Try and get it all nice and shiny again. Now, as with anything, it's all about condition on these. The prices are all over the place on eBay, but in this particular condition, one of these has sold for £37.99. In pretty shabby condition where the stainless steel is all dulled and the wood needs attention. They've gone for quite low prices, 10, 15, sometimes lower, depending on how bad it is. But because mine is in such lovely condition, I'm going to try 35 on it. I'll put offers on obviously, but I think it's definitely worth that. I do also have a small coffee pot in stock as well, which I haven't listed yet because it does need attention. I've bought some wood oil to do the handles with, so I need to give that a go at some point. But yeah, as I say, the stainless steel is very dull on it, so that won't go for an awful lot of money. I've actually got the bigger version of this, which was my nan's, and when she died I took ownership of it. That's going absolutely nowhere. It's not in perfect condition, but it's got so many memories attached to it. She did at one point have quite a big set of it, but over the years pieces have got broken, etc. And I think the teapot was the only thing that was left in the end. So I treasure that and I use it every time we have anybody round. So I won't leave both of my special finds to the end. I'll show you one of them now. This is probably my favourite find of the day, and it's this. It is a West German pottery bowl and it is by Vetter. The colours on it are so beautiful, really, really stunning. Absolutely love it. I won't be keeping it though, because it's worth a penny or two. This was made in the 1960s, and there is a smaller bowl, a shorter one, the same design on Etsy currently for £75. There's nothing like it on eBay, and that's the only thing that's like it on Etsy currently. Nothing like this is sold recently on eBay either. So I have high hopes for it. So just going off the price of the one that's listed on Etsy, I'm going to try 75 on this and put offers on it. Unless, of course, you know better and you've got a bit of a better idea on what I should price this at. Maybe I should aim higher, maybe 75 is too much. I'm open to any advice if you know anything about Veta or West German pottery, but that's what I'm thinking about right now. I'm thinking of pitching it at 75. But what a beauty. What an absolute beauty. I'm very excited about that one, and I'm probably not in a very big hurry to sell it. I'll hold out for the price. So I picked up a couple of vintage stainless steel bits. Picked up this serving tray. I don't think you'll be able to see the stamp on the bottom. Probably won't focus for you, but it's KH, made in Hong Kong. And should be able to get about 15 to 20 on that. Very bog standard, but people do like to collect these bits. And then the second item I found is new in its box, never been used. It's a stainless steel butter dish, and it's got its knife as well. That's Jeff, if you can hear him, walking about in the background. Not particularly branded, it's just stamped as foreign. But because it's new in its packet, should get about 15 to 20 on it. So this is the dish. Look at that. No scratches, no tarnishing, beautiful. And that's the knife that comes with it. Lovely dark wood. So that was a nice little find. I actually didn't think it'd be worth as much as it was because it was just stamped foreign, but yeah, turns out that someone sold something very similar to that for about £20, so that's what I'm going to aim for. Okay, so this is probably the best find of the day. The bowl was my favourite. This is, in terms of resale value, definitely the best find. And looking at it, you would never know. It's this. We saw this sitting on the table, and I was drawn to it because it's just really cute. And I think we only paid like about £1 on it, I think. So it was worth taking a chance. I had no idea what it was. I think it might be made of soapstone, but it is signed. And on this small sticker here, it says, and I have to squint because I've got my glasses on, it says Eskimo art, which shows you how vintage it is because we would now call that Inuit art. But it's signed by the person who's actually carved it, and it's got a number. Excitingly, these are highly collectible. I didn't find one exactly the same when I was researching, but I found a couple that were similar sizes, different animals. I think one was a Labrador, another was a different type of bird. And just for this size, the prices are up and down on different designs, but I've seen some go for 100, 150, 175. This one is not in absolute pristine condition. As you can see, it does have some surface wear. It's got a few little scratches to it. It's not perfect. So I'm thinking that I'm going to aim for about £90 on it and pop it on with offers. I'm thinking that because it's not perfect, that's probably more of a realistic price for it. And if you're wondering, this bird is called a loon. I didn't know that. I had to do a little bit of research. I saw something very similar that was carved out of wood. They were calling it imagos, so I used that to do a bit more research, and it comes back as the common loon. So that's what this is. So definitely my find of the day. For £1 into potentially £90. Absolutely blown away by that. So happy with this. So although it was just a small haul, it was definitely about quality over quantity this time. And I couldn't be more thrilled with the bowl and the loon. Just, yeah, very excited about those. Very excited to see what the potential of those will be. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm about spot on with my pricing, or maybe you would do it slightly differently. Or if you're watching and there's anything that you see that you really love, just message me on Instagram, or there's an email address below as well, and I can let you know prices and give you some more photographs and details on things. But for now, I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Take care. Bye.